In this course, we discuss the basic concepts of ergonomics and how this information can help each of you in the workplace. If you find yourself with various unexplained areas of discomfort, or maybe even a little pain after working all day, chances are you're not practicing effective ergonomics in your daily tasks. Concepts presented in this course may alleviate some of this discomfort and help create a healthier work environment. Let's begin with first understanding what ergonomics is. Ergonomics is the science of designing and arranging environments, products, and systems to fit the people who use them, ensuring comfort, efficiency, and safety. It focuses on understanding the interaction between humans and their surroundings, aiming to reduce physical strain, prevent injuries, and enhance overall well-being. For example, ergonomic principles are applied in workplaces to design chairs that support proper posture, desks at the right height, and tools that minimize repetitive stress. By considering factors like body mechanics, movement, and human capabilities, ergonomics helps create environments that promote productivity and reduce the risk of discomfort or long-term health issues. In essence, it's about making everyday tasks easier and healthier for everyone. Within this concept of ergonomics, we must be familiar with what is called the 10 principles of ergonomics. The principles include normal posture, reach envelope, work height, excessive force, excessive motion, static posture, pressure points, clearance, environment, and work techniques. Before going any further, stop and take a look at yourself and how you are sitting. Are you slumped over looking at your screen? How about the way you are sitting? Are you slouched down in your chair? What about the position of your hands? Are you able to comfortably reach your mouse or keyboard? If any of these things are not ergonomically correct, you might create some discomfort in your body just taking this course. The first principle of ergonomics is normal or neutral posture. This refers to how your body is aligned and balanced while standing or sitting, placing minimal stress on your body. It also refers to keeping your joints aligned to provide minimal stress to muscles, tendons, nerves, and bones. Anytime you are performing a task that is different from your neutral position can increase the potential for discomfort and, in some situations, injuries. Performing tasks in awkward postures increases stress on your body. This is specifically important when you are bending, overreaching, twisting, kneeling, squatting, working on a task overhead, or even working with your body in fixed positions for long periods of time. Yes, sitting at your desk for 5 hours can be detrimental to your comfort and health. Avoiding these positions and activities are unfortunately not realistic. The key here is maintaining awareness of our posture and, as often as possible, arranging our work areas and tasks to maintain a neutral position. How many of you have actually fallen from a chair or stepladder while reaching for something that was way over your reach limit? The next principle we will discuss is what's referred to as our reach envelope. This is the area a worker can reach comfortably while performing a task without exceeding their neutral position. One of the best ways to avoid exceeding our reach envelope is to keep frequently used tools and instruments within close proximity to our body. This is called the primary zone. Reaching from the primary zone out to arm's length or further is referred to as the secondary zone. Take a moment or two and look at your work area. Can you recognize items that belong in your primary zone and those that could be placed in your secondary zone, because those items are not used as frequently? If you are reaching into that secondary zone several times throughout a job, you might rearrange your work area to bring those items into your primary zone. Next, let's talk about work height. This is all about the height of the worker in relationship to the tasks being performed. Proper working height depends on the type of tasks or work and the tools being used to complete the job. A good rule of thumb is try to work with your elbows at a 90-degree angle and avoid any pressure on your back from leaning. While working, you should be able to relax your neck and shoulders by keeping the tasks the correct distance in front of you and your wrist in a neutral position. Remember, no reaching. Workers are not created equal in size, so it is very important to implement adjustable workstations whenever possible, especially when workstations are shared with other workers. Now let's discuss excessive force. Probably one of the primary ergonomic risk factors where we can make a huge difference. Many work tasks require a certain level of force to complete the task. Any force applied can create stress on a person's body. This force can create fatigue and bad positioning. Force equates to a pushing, pulling, or overexerting movement by your body. Some of the key factors you must focus on when using force is the duration, the number of times the movement is required during a work shift, and resistance factors when performing the task. Think about moving a heavy rolling cart all day. While moving the cart, you hit a hole or indentation in the surface area of the wheels. You will exert more force on the cart to keep it moving. Maybe you are drilling a hole with a dull drill bit that requires you to apply more pressure to complete the task. To prevent ergonomic issues, it would be much better to avoid the holes and use the correct tools. And replace that drill bit. Power tool vibration varies widely with the many different tools you may be required to use. Maintaining tools in good working condition and using the correct tools can make a huge difference in the amount of stress we place on our bodies. Repetitive movement throughout your shift can also create excessive motions or repetitive tasks that create similar movements performed frequently. If you are performing repetitive tasks for more than a 30-second cycle per 2 hours of a shift, this includes different tasks with similar movements being made. Any excessive or unnecessary movements should be reduced whenever possible. For tasks where this is not reasonable, it is important to eliminate or reduce excessive force in awkward postures. Some control methods to consider addressing excessive motions and awkward postures are job enlargement, which means rotating through different tasks that use different muscle groups, thereby reducing the risk of injury, job rotation, and the use of counter-active stretching. Up to this point, we have covered a great deal of information. Before moving on, let's take a few minutes to check your knowledge on what we have covered.